So being a big game hunter sounds fun to you. Killing big monsters, getting gear, and rinse and repeat. Well, Monster Hunter Rise is just that feeling. Being a warrior, fighting massive monsters, the Jason and Goliath. In 2025, Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, and I thought I would give this game a go. So I haven't touched a lot of the mechanics. I've gone full meta build. I'm maining a longsword because I haven't unlocked any others yet, so this is it. There was a discussion, Monster Hunter Rise versus Monster Hunter World. I literally just picked the first one that I had accessibility to, and with this game being on Game Pass, it was a no-brainer. Hello, I'm Jack of All, and today we are talking about Monster Hunter Rise. There's a big purple thing that drops flames, and he's like your first boss. Beat him, the cutscene happens, and it's like happy days, we have finished him. And then they drop in a bombshell, 5s. This guy we've done. And now they're saying, right, you've got to try all of these ones, which are on a different level. Swinging left and right, killing every single person in my path. I found myself completing the base game. I didn't really know the creative decision by this because I was shocked that the base game finishes with the credits after a 5-star monster. This means is there's 4 additional star levels going up to level 9 you can complete, but for some reason the credits happen at 5-star. Regardless, this is where my journey takes place in these videos. I've just completed the first boss. I have his weapon, which I grinded out for, and I'm pretty well kitted out. Watch out. Oh, okay. One great thing about this game is the weapons and the armor sets. Once you find one that you like and it looks good, all you have to do is just grind that same monster fight over and over again until you get the armor. It's a grind fest, but it's also satisfying. And me being the cringe lord I am, the anime boy, the meta gamer, I picked a longsword. It's just a katana, samurai jack, and full transparency, I googled which one was the best, and I just picked that one. See what I mean? 2 hits. Oh, that was so unfortunate that I died. Come on, son. No, he wasn't buying. He wasn't buying. Big numbers coming in. That's it. That's it. Come on. This now we have the ability to do this. And we want to. Oh my god! Look at the size of that. That is some big tuna. Right. What was we doing? That was cushy. That was a nice one. So, we got to talk about the gameplay, right? Well, watching this, it does look clunky. If you've never played any Monster Hunter games, the rolling, the movement, the combat, all feels a bit janky when you watch it. When you play, it's a completely different story. It's weird playing a game where they expect you to miss your shots. You getting slapped by a boss is the same as what it would be in, say, like a Souls-like game, but you don't have these iframes to block, say, like a tail whip. And overall, it's very satisfying. Getting them big shots, getting them combos in, I felt like I was doing very well, and you were rewarded for understanding the mechanics of the boss. Timing is key, and for the longsword, for example, you have to hit a 5-hit combo to build up this meter to start doing some damaging attacks. It involves a lot of time, so what ends up happening is all of a sudden you've tried to get it, you're on the 4th attack, and then you get smacked out of your combo and you have to do it all over again. The monsters are diverse, and it is awesome fighting every single one of them, not only from a creative perspective, but then the rewards you get from the armor pieces and the new weapons. Every single monster you fight in these worlds offers you a new set, and that's also the small monsters that traverse around the world maps. The world map has ores, herbs, random cats fucking doing shit. Apparently it has fishing as well. I found that at the end. First, you look at it and it's like quite a small world. You just think you just generated in some arena. And then it starts becoming a staple of, let's go and collect some buffs. Let's go and get the ores we need before we go and fight this. And yeah, you have a 50-minute timer, but realistically on a solo player run, it takes no longer than 15 minutes to kill a boss. Point of the game which I slowed down in. I wasn't interested in fighting the same bosses again just to get the Apex plus resources just to make the same armor I had right at the beginning of the game, but now stronger. Potentially different armor sets might have encouraged me to do it. Maybe if it was even a variety of the ones we had before, but having the same one with just a stat increase doesn't really appeal to me. And then with this, that was where the game slowed down, because in the hub once you get to 7 stars to 8 stars, you need to start killing these apex versions of the monsters you've killed before. This might change completely if you had the DLC, but for someone who didn't have the DLC and was just playing the base game, I wasn't really interested in doing all of the endgame content because I felt like I've already completed the title, apart from a select few bosses. The Rampage sections. This is a tower defense monster fighting sim where you have monsters, weak variants of them, charging towards a tower, which you have to protect through using manual turrets, auto turrets, which are controlled by NPCs, or some kind of really powerful buff. These weren't enjoyable. I've never really liked tower defense games. First one I think of is like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like the idea that I had to dive into that to progress. We powered through nevertheless. It wasn't too difficult. You could do it solo. The game's smooth. You can prep beforehand with your food buffs that can negate certain damages, give you power increases. You get different types of buffs from items that you can drop. There's a RNG system with charms. Not to mention that your 2 companions help you in the fight as well. But then we come to multiplayer. And multiplayer's cool. Played a 2-man, which is actually a lot more enjoyable. The issue was the scaling and health made it a little lackluster where you wanted to play these fights. So it doesn't really give you much room to develop and understand the boss. And because of this, because of the time pressure, the added level of difficulty due to lack of respawns, just found it in my best interest to really play a solo. So what do I think? I've completed the game. Apart from the few select bosses, walking around with a new armor set, knowing that I grinded that and that I look really cool, was satisfying. The combat is fluent and it was dynamic in its combat. I found people online who would instantly grab the monster and just direct them to another monster to speed up the process. The playstyles of different weapons was fantastic. Playing the longsword versus the greatsword. Greatsword is slow and you're going to miss a lot of swings. But when you hit him, oh, does it feel good? It's chunky. But with the longsword, you're just a samurai warrior that can seem to deflect every single thing in the game. After playing 35 hours, I can highly recommend this game, and I'm very much excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. I think it's a great game to play with your friends. The downside is the health respawn systems. Try this game out. It's on Game Pass. Why wouldn't you want to? I'm going to say this is good. I'm going to say it's enjoyable. I've officially ticked it off, and it's been pretty much 3 months since I started this game, and for some reason I didn't delete it. I never deleted it off my hard drive. I was like, no, I'm gonna come back to this, and I did come back to it, and I'm glad I did, and it's so easy to jump in and out of. Hope you enjoyed. My name's Jack, and I'll see you in the next one.